Hello and good day to all friends. This is Moch Baraski. I'm from the Thales group, and today is December 7th, 2025, and I'm here with you. We'll do a brief weekly review of Friday's trades from last Friday's entry up to now for the upcoming Friday's expiration on December 12th. Let's see what outlook is dominating the market. We're considering the period from Friday, December 5th up to now. For the upcoming December 12th expiration, as you can clearly see, a substantial total of 7,045 bitcoins have been strategically placed in the distinct form of 3,881 individual contracts. Furthermore, additional options have been carefully entered for next Friday, which is the direct and immediate result of a significant situation that indicates the possibility of movement in both directions. Below, profits have been seen under 82,000, and above, over 90,000, it's about 7,000. If we turn on delta and gamma, you'll see that we have two gamma peaks. We have two long gammas that are important. One is down at 80,000, which is actually 81,000, insignificant, and the other is up at 95,000. So in a way, this gives us a ceiling and a floor. It sets two targets for us, one below and one above. The probability of movement in either direction is almost the same, though it seems puts are a bit more prevalent. Here, the gamma also shows that more puts have been bought. Let's move the slider forward. Let's see from here. Look, it's bullish. From here, it becomes almost bullish. Of course, another bearish leg comes up, and the trading volume here is low. And again, it seems like trades are entering the market here, so if, for example, we consider it from here, it's bearish. It's bearish. The target's 84,000. That's the target of the recent trades. Because as you can see, the volume here is low. Here, we had a high volume, and now there's some volume again. This new volume is entering the market, and this volume has already seen 84 as the gamma length target, here up to 78 as well. Of course, the delta can go lower, but if we take the average of the gamma length, it becomes 84. And at the top, we also have a resistance, 97, as you can see here. And overall, the chart also looks kind of like a call selling setup. The resistance is around 90 and the average is around 96, so you can see both 96 and 97. So there's a chance we might head toward 84 or maybe even go lower, down to 80. Because as you can see, we could even go lower here. We might drop all the way down to 80. It seems like this possibility could exist. If we go to next Friday, which is December 19th, the trades that have come in from last Friday until now for December 19th are 3,700 Bitcoin. And there's a fluctuation between around 80,000. The peak profit is 8,300 and from 500 to 100. It's interesting. Take a look. The resistance went up. The resistance hit 100,000. So for the next 2 weeks, the support is at 80,400 and the resistance is at 101,000. If we move the slider forward, you see it turns into a put sale with a floor at 84,000. Its floor is 84,000. We could even say it's taken on a kind of risk reversal shape, pulling from here at 115 toward profit. So it's totally possible. This is from the bullish perspective for 19,000, which was taken as the target. Here again, of course, if we go further, the trading volume, of course, the actual amount is very low. 280 Bitcoin, it's really very little, and it doesn't make much sense. But here, where there is volume, you can see there's a bullish outlook. Even from a swing trading perspective, our swing high is between 100,000 and 102,000, which is itself another noteworthy point. Let's go back. On that same December 12th, well, this is December 12th, and the database has been processed. The database has been processed. 4,490 Bitcoin trades with a 90-second mode, 2 gamma, 1 gamma long at 82,400 at the bottom of our next gamma, 100,900. That is 101,000 gamma. These are our upper side gammas. And here you can see that for an upward move, traders, call buyers, have taken on risk and paid the premium. They paid $900,000, and that's just their maximum loss. So gradually they get closer to profit, but on the downside, it's much more in favor of put buyers. The closest one is around $82,000. So this could be more accessible. Basically, from 82,000 to 82,000 and as we said, on the upside, we could head toward 100,000. Now, we make the open interest positive, and you see that when we make the open interest positive, we reach the bottom to a put sale for. The end of the week, a put sale with a floor of 87,500. Now, let's go even lower. Let's say 86,500. Our gamma short is also at 87,500. So it's like the floor of 87,500 is set until Friday, actually December 12th. Put sellers are expecting us. Look, as we move the slider forward, this volatility still remains. It drops a bit lower, the absolute bottom goes to 85,700, but our gamma is still at 88. Here, we pass through the high volume phase. At this point, our volume is really low, not really significant, but still, there's this selling situation. The put has been maintained at around 86,000. So where we are right now is exactly that lower zone, around 87,200. It seems that where we are now has been seen as a bottom until Friday. I mean, this point has been processed in the database, of course in the process database as, can we call it a bottom? It has been seen as such in the raw database. As we saw, let's take another look. In the raw database for 12, raw database, if you look closely, you'll see, as I said, it's like we have a long strangle. One side's 82,500, another side's 83. Let's say one side's 96,897. That, in the process database, as you can see here, we've had some changes. Now this situation here, where there was volume, we've moved past it and it changed. Look, here the focus is more on this part, right? As we move past these initial trades, the outlook becomes bullish. A bit here, and then again, a lag. It comes down for a bearish lag here. Again, it gets volatile, turns bearish, and here, actually, we're mostly at the end of the bearish phase. But still, our steps are at 84. Even this downward move, our steps are at 84. But in the process database, it's clear that here, it's like you had a bottom, right? Around 86, 87. On Friday, there was a bottom, and then we moved back up toward the resistance level. All right, let's go back to the process database and analyze the higher volume trades. 10 Bitcoin. Look, when we analyze the bullish lag of the higher volume trades, the bullish lag for the weekend goes higher, and this gamma, the gamma steps. 100,000 got really strong here. We have all the gamma at 82,000, which we're heading toward now. Of course, the closest target is more within reach for us, but around here it seems like we're looking for price stabilization in our upper gamma levels. It's the 100,000 level that's been reinforced. All right, let's also add open interest here. Here's the open interest as well. See, when we make the open interest positive, the red curve turns bullish. We have it right here. We're stabilizing a bottom here, as you can see. Delta price is decreasing. I'm seeing an increase in put selling with gamma at 86,200. It's like we want to stabilize a bottom here again for another move. It's showing a risk reversal pattern. Here, for a move toward the gamma at 101,000, this is how it looks. You could interpret it as 75 open trades. Let's check the order book. 20 Bitcoin, 20 Bitcoin, 19 trades. Again, you can see here a put selling pattern, 90 seconds, and most of it was selling, and here the 88 level is acting as a floor. If we look further back, we can even go down to here. The lowest seems to be 80, but here, that's it. The red curve has entered a loss. Around 87, 88 is the floor, and you can see there's a profit peak here at 92.3, and then here there are a lot of fluctuations from 0 to 100. Well, from 19 to 20, you have Bitcoin and above, but most of the trades have actually happened in this first part. You can see that if we consider these areas here, it turns bearish here. Again, but once we get past these, it becomes like this here. There's volatility, fluctuations between 88,000. Again, the bottom has been seen around 8,800, 87 up to 93,000. And the big trades we have, look here, there's 100 Bitcoin here. A short put at 90,000. This is really valuable. Look at when. It was entered on December 5th. December 5th. 2 days after that it was entered. And it's a short put, actually, for 90,000. You got it on December 12th, meaning the 90,000 floor. The 90,000 floor for December 12th. Let's keep that in mind. Another 100 Bitcoin, this time a long put at 89. We've already seen it. Now it's in profit. Let's make it even clearer. Take 6 trades of 30 Bitcoin or more, 30 Bitcoin and up. Here it opens up as a risk reversal. We've pretty much reached its lower limit. And here, above 96,000, it goes into profit. The gamma is at 100,000, and here the gamma to the downside is at 85. So here are those two sets we mentioned. We also have a long call of 55 Bitcoin at 96 for Friday. And this one is also noteworthy. Look, this is a short put of 30 Bitcoin at 88,000, and it was just entered moments ago. This was entered today in the December week, actually at about 2 hours ago. It was entered about 2 hours ago. 30 Bitcoin short put 80. 80,000 is the floor for Friday. 88,000 is being watched. So overall, it seems that right around here, about 87, between 86 and 88, could hold until Friday. This area is kind of acting as our floor, and we might move upward from here, which, as you can see, is having a good effect for now. It shows that there are 47 minutes left, and the price has moved upward, came down to test this lower area, and is now bouncing back up. It seems like we might be able to reach around 90,000 or 91,000 by Friday, and then we'll see what the upcoming trades, whether... From here, there's again a chance for a pullback downward around December 19th, which, as you saw, could lead to a good bullish move. So maybe from here, we'll just keep moving higher. Now we have to wait and see what happens. I appreciate your attention and hope this has been helpful. Until the next analysis, goodbye for now.